Welcome to Navigating the Now with Kir Noel, Intuitive. If you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Please like, follow, and share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, which is How We Heal with Kir Noel. I just loaded a new episode on How We Heal the podcast with Kir Noel. So if you'd like to check that out. But I felt because of the circumstances, especially in this country, which used to have some sensibility about feeling like we're heading towards peacefulness, we've gone off the rails. So I felt a need to respond to that. So today I want to encourage all people to get something to feel safe with. And I will say to you, it is not, I'm not going to state anything like anyone else, I'm sure. Get a black cat. All right, this is my black cat mug. Black cats, males, are notoriously good defenders of your territory and space. They have a nipping quality that never fades. I think Mary Trump has a black cat. My cat, our cat's name is Poe, and my daughter has a black cat. My son might get one because they defend our territory. So navigating the now is this, I guess, sort of an elliptical way of solving the situation I find myself surrounded by. I live in upstate New York, and we had over 2 feet of snow by my estimates. Yeah, luckily it was just powder and no ice, pun intended. And watching what's going on in the middle of the country. Wow. I wrote something today. I have a TikTok account, which I don't post on regularly, but when I do, hopefully it's a value. And I wrote, we may have to surround any events and hold hands and hold a candle and hold our cell phones and tape. Because I think any interpersonal confrontation is incredibly treacherous and dangerous right now. And I thought I lived in a country that allowed peaceful protest. Now that illusion has been broken. That has been broken. So I found myself calling both senators today. I know there's a vote in our House, which the House used to be a place for balance and stability. It has not been for over a year. Use your voice, make phone calls, tell people what you do not want to continue. And please get ready to go out and vote under any circumstances. So that's navigating the now on this giant mess that the world is in. And I wanted to welcome anyone who's new. We do have a mug that if you contact me on my howweheal.site and write me a contact information, I will choose someone to mail the mug to. And the mug is this lovely mug with my podcast logo on it, and you're supporting the show, but it's also me saying thank you. So please go to howweheal.site and give me your contact information and get chosen. So how we are navigating the now is, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable staying a bit more informed. I think I've shared on this platform over and over how I have had to limit my absorption of the news. And I think that's been very valid. But right now, because it's so heated, I need to be more informed. So I'm making efforts to read a little more, get on the New York Times first thing in the morning. That's a paper I trust for some news online, and really dig into the editorials about the circumstances I find myself and all of us find ourselves in. So if you're in a country that does not have this new development of an autocrat or a dictatorship or a loose marble in a field of marbles, lucky you. I guess you're more like a democracy than we are right now. So unfortunately, a lot of the world has this circumstance. I know there are other countries where there have been some protests, a large amount of protesting, and a lot of killing. Let's call it what it is. This will become I don't know if YouTube will put this as a limited appearance talk, but when I put anything on Google, if it has political information in it at all, it gets censored. Hopefully that's for anyone and any political information of any kind. So I don't know if it's even-handed or not, but I'm going to say we cannot be silent when things are terrifying and the law, the rules that we believe a society should follow, that we all voted for, that we all have, many of our ancestors have died for, are being destroyed in really unconscionable, lacking humanity swipe across the world. And I want to stand up for what I believe is right. So navigating the now, I would recommend for any of us, if we live in areas where there is an infiltration of this, I don't know what to call the forces that are being launched against humans. This, private army coming to your town. I would really strongly recommend we don't travel alone, and that we have, anytime we're in a car, we go with a couple of friends. This sounds a little maybe pedestrian and not enough, but it might be of value to have a couple of friends with you if you go to the supermarket and you know that that is happening where you live, and one of you can film, one of you can call for help, one of you can, who knows, do things that can be considered a threat. I have no idea what those are anymore. I think if you go in a group setting, you go with others, you have a shot at less. I mean, their killing has happened against individuals who are just doing their day and living their lives and exercising their right to peacefully protest. I have no idea how to protect us at this point. I'm imagining there's some formula to us taking care of each other that gives us more guardianship and kind of the neighbors and the loved ones and the children around us. We are responsible and should act accordingly as these two incredibly private, brave humans who did not intend to do anything to hurt anyone have found that they had no protection. So I want to say navigating the now is not just sitting in the center of the seesaw, which I've talked about many times when there's something that's very disturbing and something that's very exciting. I don't want to be on a roller coaster. But because life outside of me is a roller coaster, I'm going to want to navigate the now in a circle now. I want to navigate the now by surrounding myself with others. Okay, and I don't even have the words to describe this week's segment, intuitive or not. Because everything is looking like, and here it is, intuitive or not, this makes no sense. This segment of my show, it reserved for levity, comedy, kind of funny, silly. How can no one notice this is stupid? How come we don't notice this and call it out? Well, this today feels very differently. Today feels like saying anything like this, intuitive or not, it makes no sense. Well, duh, that's what this is about. This is about human consciousness being so overwhelmingly controlling and filled with ego. And it just makes me so sad that anyone would sign on to do this. It really does. So intuitive or not, this makes no sense. Yeah, but not levity today. Not we can make a joke about, the tree at Rockefeller Center being so big every year and the gargantuan need for us to exemplify this bounty that is this country. And I don't want to make a joke about this. Not today. So let's stay close to our neighbors, stay close to our loved ones. Let's think about our families and friends. Let's have contact. And if you know something's coming to your neighborhood or your area or your city or your state, be aware. Being on your own, I would say at this moment, looks like you can be called anything they want to call you, and you can be treated any way they want to treat you, and there is no protection. So don't do it alone. Okay, so intuitive or not, I want to call out as a world group, as people in community, in tandem together. I believe we have much more power than we're exercising right now. So let's find a platform to exercise those rights. Call your leaders, call your state leaders, your senators, your congressmen, your congresswomen, call the governmental bodies that are yours and ask them to be accountable for this and not fund it. All right, so today's important messages in navigating this moment, this now, in this part of the world. You can't sit on your hands. It's time to say something. All right, so have a good, safe day. And remember, if something's going on in your region, don't just go out alone and do things. Have at least one friend, maybe two would be better. Stay safe, have a good rest of your day, and welcome to my channel. And if you subscribe and you contact me on howweheal.site, I will be happy to send you a mug if I pick you out of the many who write me. Okay, and just send your address as well, everyone. All right, bye.